Hey everybody, Bart here. Today I wanted to talk about posture and mobility, starting with standing posture, some things to watch out from, and how to build our posture from the feet up. Alright, so when we first work on our standing posture, we're going to take our feet basically under our armpits. Now you may have heard hip distance apart, you may have heard shoulder distance apart, but if I was to break your body down into a free body diagram, you'd see that there'd be a certain amount of forces that would go through the hip, because the hip would then be, or the leg would be, outside of a nice kinetic chain of shoulder over hip, over knee, over ankle. We might be narrowing our center of gravity if our feet are too close together, so hip distance apart. So your actual hip distance is about 2 fists. So this is good for my sun salutation practice, but it might not be great for me over time. A lot of standing your posture starts to suffer because you're doing it for a long period of time. So here's how to stand well, and here's something to practice so that if you do find yourself waiting in lines, which we are now, that you won't lose your mind. Alright, so I have my feet under my armpits. I have my shoulders back and down, which lifts my chest up. Now I'm not going to sway the back. I'm going to keep my glutes nice and tight. Everything's just lifted and engaged. In anatomic position or in mountain pose, the palms face forward. You could always rest your palms down by your side, but you'll notice that the shoulder wants to come back forward. So when we open the chest, a consequence of that is palms up. And so when we're working our mountain pose or our best standing posture, our shoulders are back. You know, sometimes we'll do stretches like chest expansion, and this will really help with standing posture. And then last but not least, softening the knees. So I don't want to ever lock my knees out. I'm guilty of sometimes having my knee behind my ankle because I'm hyperextended, so I'm relaxed in the knees. I'm not paying attention, I'm not weak. Relaxed in the knees just means they're not locked. So I'm not locking my knees. You've heard of many people who have actually suffered fainting spells from having their knees locked out. Sometimes it can create a situation where it's a dangerous shut off of blood flow to the brain. Faint. All right, so I've got my shoulders back, my chest up, my knees are soft, my glutes are tight, abs are tight, my toes face forward. And then last, I know that I said last but not least, but finally, how about that? I'll bring my chin down a little bit. Now, we've all had our photo taken and someone has told us, or at least me specifically, lower your chin, Bart, lower your chin. All right, so that concludes our video on our standing posture. Up next, we'll do upper body mobility, followed by lower body mobility. All right, take care.